everybody. This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning.
Hey.
How you doing, Link?
I'm doing good, Dad. It's good to see you again. I need another dispatch from you in Myrtle Beach, Daddy. I never call you Daddy.
Yeah, I'm your daddy.
Who's your daddy? You could ask me that at any point as like a power play on this show. I mean, we've done all these episodes and I'm surprised you haven't played that card. Like that could just shut it down. If you don't like where this is going, just be like, who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Well, I don't see that happening, so.
Okay.
You know, want everybody to know that, we're on YouTube now and it comes out on Thursdays and our podcast comes out on Tuesdays now on audio. So
subscribe to the subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give that a shot. It's, I guess it's Dispatches from Myrtle Beach. I mean, search it on YouTube. You'll know if you got the right spot. Click the bells and all that stuff. And Dad, I see that you're wearing one of my Christmas gifts that I gave you.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted you to see. Because, it's kind of cool here. So it's it's nice and warm. And me and Nancy both love ours. I mean, you snuggle up with it and get warm. And it's a nice shirt. So
I like that embroidery too, It just happens to say something very special on it.
Mythical.
That's right. You look good in it, Dad. I'm glad you're wearing the Christmas gift.
It's time for our first edition of the Belch Life Bulletin. We made the front page of the Sun-Times in Myrtle Beach.
You mean to tell me that Myrtle Beach has its own paper? There's no papers in South Carolina. There's no media in South Carolina. It's just it's word of mouth. Everybody's just going around barefoot doing their thing and then you hear about it through somebody and then it's like a gossip thicket down there. Is anything in writing?
Oh, I got it in writing right here. Hey, look.
Oh, snap. The Sun News. What? Well, okay. And so let me see that headline. Turn that back around. Just hold that up. Locals' favorite places, things to do in Myrtle Beach. Okay. Is that it? No?
No, it's right down below. It says, check out podcast produced in Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Read it.
Okay, it says, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Myrtle Beach, whether you think so or not.
Yeah, did you add that?
Yes.
Oh, that's not. I thought that was in the article. I was like, see? They know it's a problem. Whether you think so or not. All right, fine.
Okay, it says, from its prized beaches to a booming real estate market and hundreds of locally owned restaurants and businesses, America's fastest growing city is always evolving.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
America's what?
Fastest growing city.
That can't be true.
Yes, it is. There's more building going on, people moving here than anywhere in the country.
Well, it is a paper. I mean, they just can't say this stuff in the paper.
That's right. It's got to be so.
It has to be so. It has to be so. Myrtle Beach is the fastest growing city in America.
That would be correct.
Okay. All right. Well, continue.
Then it says, the area is also home to several podcasts dedicated to cataloging all things Grand Strand. Here's a look at some of the most popular.
Oh,
and
it's a ranking?
Yeah. And number one is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach. Is co-hosted by nationally known personality Link and Rhett McLaughlin's Good Mythical Morning YouTube series is followed by more than 21 million people and has featured appearances in actor Daniel Radcliffe, rapper Post Malone, and the late NBA legend Kobe Bryant.
That's right, Dad. It seems like it's, what about you? What about
Then it
us?
says, when the 44-year-old Neal isn't behind the microphone for that series, he might be riffing on his city life with his father, Charles, on Dispatches from Myrtle Beach.
I might be rifting. Me and you rifting. We're creating rifts in the space-time continuum between LA and Myrtle Beach.
That would be correct. It says, it's a weekly show they launched in June. Link Neal lives in Los Angeles, but is a North Carolina native. His father resides in Myrtle Beach, giving the pair plenty to discuss.
Fastest growing city in America.
Yeah. It's a bike week, Southern slang, and Charles's experience getting struck by lightning are among the topics they've broached so far.
That's true. Hey, this person's actually listened. Who's the author of this? Who's the...
Adam Benson.
Adam Benson. Holler out to Adam Benson. I can, he seems like a Myrtle Beast, or at least a thorough journalist. We're the first one. We're on the front page. You don't even have to open the thing. You might not even have to buy it. You could, you just
could
see
it in the stand when it was on there.
You could just read it without buying it. You could be strolling down the Grand Strand and it's just littered on the sidewalk, and there you just look down and read it. Don't even have to pick it up. It's like nice and it's soiled by all those biker fuel and ocean waters, and it's kind of soggy. You don't want to touch it, but this is going to make a difference. All right?
Yeah,
is it?
I thought it was pretty neat. It's pretty amazing. The reason how I found out about it, Link, was, and this came out. This is the Sunday paper, the main one of the week, and
it's in color.
And it came out, and Nancy and I had gone to church and was in Sunday school, and of course I'm the president of the class.
Of course,
and before I could get started, Nancy run up there and says, "You and Link made the front page of the Sun Times." I said, "Do what?" I said, right in the middle, kind of threw me off what I was supposed to do. I said, "We made the front page of the paper." I said, "Oh, yeah." So when we left church that day, I stopped and had to buy a paper so I could read it to you and prove it to you. That
you knew I wouldn't believe you.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't believe. Yeah.
That is great. Did a tear form in the corner of your eye when you read the paper, Dad?
No, it just kind of made me happy and
okay.
Kind of let me know that, what we're doing, people are noticing. It's kind of like, last week when you want a resolution, but my resolution or whatever it was that we'd make this show in the top 5 on YouTube.
We're number 1 in Myrtle Beach podcast, according to the Sun Times. So there you go. Check that off the bucket list.
Off Mr. Adam Benson. So I
do want to say, Dad, it's okay to cry.
Oh yeah.
You can cry about this, you can cry about anything you want. It's okay to cry. I think it's important to know that.
It's pretty neat, dude. You've been on the front page. You and Rhett's been on the front page. I know you've been on the front page of the News Observer before, but I ain't never been on the front page. Now I've been on some pages on the paper before. Oh. Probably wasn't a good thing years ago. But so I made the front page in a good thing with what was going on.
Are you thinking of a particular bad thing that made the paper that you want to tell me about? Because I'd love to hear that.
Well, you know, back home when I was growing up, if you got a speeding ticket or something happened, it got wrote up in the paper.
Really?
Yes. And where you went, and then it got wrote up when you went to court, and your name was on there. So, you know,
people would hear about it.
That wasn't a good thing, because then everybody knew you got in trouble or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Or if you got a divorce, your name was in the paper. So,
wow, really? It's like a gossip column, really. It's just gossip fuel.
Yeah, that's about what it is. So
I don't know if you'd be president of the Sunday school if you kept getting those features.
Well, I don't know, but that was a long time ago. I mean, anybody that had, I think I had 20 speeding tickets from the time I was 16 to 18. So, you know.
That's 10 a year, Dad.
Well, that ain't too bad. I mean, I just had fast cars and just got caught speeding.
That's less than one a month. You know, I will give you that. You gave him a couple of months to write about other guys.
It's time for another edition of Myrtle Beach Mailbag. Well, I got some emails here for us. I got one from Alex Reed.
Okay.
It says, 2 whales are swimming and talking. Whale 1 says to whale 2, "Look, there's the boat with the men that killed my father. I think we both go blow really hard out and blow holes underneath it until it capsizes." Whale 2 agreed, and so they did, and the boat capsized. And lo and behold, they see all the sailors swimming safely to shore. This angers whale 1, so he says, "Let's go gobble them up." And whale 2 says no, that they went along with the blowjob, but draws the line at swallowing the seaman.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I don't think they're going to print that in the Sun, Dad.
No. Alex sent that in. That won't nothing that we sent in.
That's right. That's on you, Alex. All Dad does is read them.
I got another email from Daniel Swartz.
All right.
What is produced when a cow gives a bull a hand job?
Dad, good gosh. Spread them out at least, man. Woo. What is produced when a what?
A bull. A cow gives a bull a hand job.
Okay. Just say it fast. Just say it fast, and then we'll move right on.
Beef jerky.
That's pretty good. That's good. That's almost innocent, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, beef jerky. Oh, man, I don't think I'm ever going to look at beef jerky the same again.
I'm telling you.
I think you just ruined beef jerky for me.
Okay, I got another email from Troy.
All right, you got to redeem yourself with this one, Dad.
It says, "Me and my girlfriend, Sinead, love your podcast. We're both from County Wexford in Ireland." We get a lot of emails from Ireland.
Okay.
"And we enjoy hearing you teach link phrases from the South. We thought it would be fun to give you common Irish slang and have Link guess what they mean."
Okay. I think there's a connection between Irish and Southern, I think. So maybe I can do this.
The first one is "gonna out of that."
What? Say it again.
Going out of that.
Is that your Irish accent?
No, that's my Southern accent.
You gotta use an Irish accent. How you gotta talk like that? We've done this before.
Going out of that.
There you go. Going out of that. It's disapproval. I'm going out of that. Like I'm exiting this. Like I'm hitting the eject button on this situation, conversation, whatever it is. That's my guess. I'm out. It's kind of like saying, I'm out.
That's pretty close. It means stop that.
Okay, yeah. So it's like putting a stop to it.
The second one is acting the maggot.
I think the maggot.
Acting the maggot.
Acting the maggot. Acting the maggot. Well, a maggot is like a little nasty, it's like a little fly larva. It's gross. It's like you're basically you're just being nasty. It's just uncalled for.
That's pretty close. It means acting foolish.
Acting foolish. Hey, I'm pretty good at this. Hit me with another one. Leprechaun. Dad.
Bonajacks.
Bonajacks.
Yeah, Bonajack.
Is this one word?
Yeah, one word.
Bonajacks. Bonajacks. Maybe it's just an expletive. Maybe it's something you yell. Bonajacks. I just think it's like eureka. I discovered something.
It means broken.
It means broken. Broken. You're broken, boy. You're broken. You need to put your bonajacks back together. Huh? Let's go get a pint.
Okay. The last one is on the lash.
On the lash. On the lash. 3 words?
3 words.
I don't know, if you're on somebody's eyelash, it's probably weighted down. They can't see out of it. So it's, let's just say you're temporarily blind.
You kind of close, but it means getting drunk.
Getting drunk. Your Irish accent has just turned into an enthusiastic, strange pronunciation. Getting drunk. It's like your announcer voice. Come on down. Getting drunk. Are you getting drunk? Come on down. So this is kind of like you in Aruba.
On the lash. We was on the lash in Aruba.
Okay. So that was, who was that? Troy?
Yes,
Thank you, Troy, for schooling us on the Irish slang.
Yeah, good. Send us some more stuff from Ireland, my friend. Yeah. Okay, I got a email from Todd, and he sent me a thing. He says, need an expert on divorce. So I guess this question's just for me. It says, after hearing you talk about multiple wives and finding your love in Nancy, I figured I might want to ask you for some expert advice. Mm-hmm. I got divorced 3 years ago, and now I am still having trouble moving on and getting through with my life. What's the best way for you to get through a hard time in your love life? Well, Todd, my boy, going through a divorce is tough. But when it's over with, it's time to go on and kick your heels up and get started again and just start looking for love, because it's out there somewhere, and you may need to try a different way to look for it than you have, maybe the one time you did. But it took me 4 times to find it, and I found it. So you need to change your tune and go on and just and start looking for somebody that you like and what you want to do, and things that y'all like to do together, and just keep going. Because listen, you don't go around but one time. And it's like I've told people 1,000 times, I said, it ain't nothing but money. So you can start all over and make it again. So just start looking for that love and just see what you can do with it and see what you run into it. That's the best advice I could do you for. So
I imagine there's a window of time when it's like, hey, this is tough and I'm just in this and it's not time. But then it is time. He's saying he feels like it is time, but he doesn't know how to change direction.
It was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So,
and that may be the right amount of time. This may be the perfect timing for him to say, you know what, I'm now ready. So I think that's a big moment to celebrate. So let's just start with the positive. This is my interjection from the outside. Todd said, you've been through it, Todd. How did you put it, Dad? You're like, Todd, my boy, you've been through it. Yeah, it was 3 years ago, but things just don't, sometimes it's not easy to move on. But you've made a decision that you want to. You want to get back out there. You want to get your bobber wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I applaud you for making that decision. Now you got to follow through with it. You got to find a pond or a few ponds to just start dousing the bobber. Dad, if you, this is completely hypothetical. Let's say Nancy had enough. She's done. She's out. She sent you packing. Not gonna happen, but let's just say she did. And there's a certain amount of time goes by. What would you do?
Well, it's kind of like what Nancy tells me. If something happens to her before it does me, I won't have to worry about it. There'll be women beating on the door trying to get in the house anyway. So
it's like a post-apocalyptic scene. It's like zombies beating down the door. Okay, so I thought that the better scenario was that she divorced you, but okay, yeah, let's just say Nancy's dead. Maybe that is a better scenario. I don't know.
No.
So Nancy's dead, and you have to beat them off with a stick?
That's about the way it's been most of my life.
Oh, gosh. I'm lobbing this one at you. Okay.
Now it's time for a word from our sponsor. And we ain't getting paid for it, Link.
I'm fine with it at this point. They're starting to pepper in some that we are getting paid for, I'm told.
That's right.
So I'm fine if you want to like give some freebies. Just go for it. I love your freebies.
I got one from Best Foods. And boy, if y'all ever in Siler City, North Carolina, on 220 East 11th Street, just go in there. They got a cafeteria that has all kinds of food. But let me tell you something. They got some killer fried chicken. I mean, woo. Of course, they got country style steak and they got chicken pot pies and all different other kinds of food. And then they got desserts you can choose from and just all different kind of pies and cakes. So if you're ever inside a city and want getting something to eat good, stop by and see Reese at Best Foods Cafeteria and get you something to eat because it's a good place to eat and it's affordable too. So it's affordable. You and your wife both can go up there and eat for about $27. Something. So it's a good place to eat. So if you're ever inside a city, just come on by Best Foods Cafeteria.
But Best Foods, that sounds like a winner. $27.
I got one more. I got another holler out from Morgan Finch, and she wants me to see if I can help her with her husband, Thorne. And it said, I love listening to your podcast every week. I was wondering if you could give him a holler out and ask him to start putting his dirty socks in the laundry basket instead of leaving them on the floor.
Thorne.
I've tried asking him, but I think it would mean more coming from you.
Yeah, she's trying to make him a thorn in your side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, I like this.
Dirty old socks, and I don't know what you do for a living, but you know, like my socks, when I come in from working, they pretty dirty. And they don't smell good from sweating in them and all that going on. So why would you think that you just can't pick your socks up yourself and put them in the basket? I mean, what does that take? 5 seconds to do something like that? So come on, Thorn. Pick your socks up and never what else you leaving laying around the house that's dirty and put them in the laundry basket. Just come on and help Morgan out and help you out. And you know, when you do stuff that they ask, sometimes you get a little sugar in the end because of it. So come on, do what she's asking, and she might be a little bit nicer to you than what she has been lately. So pick your socks up, Thorn, and put them in the basket.
Get yourself some sugar, Thorn. Don't you want some sugar? Come on, Thorn. You know you want to get you some sugar.
It'd probably make things a lot nicer around the house.
Yeah.
So,
I think you should take, if that was kind of the lecture mode, Dad. What if you went, I like to get some sugar angle. What if you use your silver tongue and like give him the sweet version, like tantalize it?
well, you know, Thorn, you know, sometimes when your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever asked you to do something, and you know, especially just picking up a pair of socks and putting them in the laundry basket, you know, it might mean that she'd be a little bit nicer to you, and you might get some sugar from her, and there ain't no telling where that could lead to. So just come on, pick your socks up and just to see what it leads to, because you being nice means somebody else will probably be nice to you too. So come on, Thorn.
Get you some sugar, Thorn. Get you some sugar. Oh, man, you're changing people's lives. You're setting people straight, making the top list of podcasts in Myrtle Beach. I could not be more proud of you, Dad.
Well, it's fun doing it with you. So, you know, I think people listen to me, but they listen to with what you got to say too. So it helps that with what we're doing all this together. So
I just wish that everybody could go get some sugar today. I just want everybody listening. I want you listening right now to get you some sugar today. And think about us at Dispatches from Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I'm going to get my sugar. You going to get your sugar?
I'm going to give me some sugar tonight too.
Yeah, I'm going to get some sugar. So
I always get a little sugar from Nancy every night.
You want to get you some sugar, all right?
Yeah. Well, listen, it's been a blast again today, and we swung this show around, and we keep swinging it in different directions. So all you dispatchers out there that's listening
that ain't
to
it.
You
don't remember what they're called? Myrtle.
Oh, Myrtle Beast.
Yeah, baby.
All you Myrtle Beasts out there, just keep listening to the show and sending us stuff in to the emails, and at ratherbeshagging 53 at AOL.com. The podcast will come out on Tuesday, and the email will come out on Thursday. So
you mean the video?
The video, yeah.
On the YouTube channel. See
where it can put us up on the charts on all the YouTube stuff. That's what we're striving for. So it's been fun, Link. So I love you.
I love you too. Talk to you next week.
Okay.